yesterday or the other day about the detention centers, about the conditions. And I had people calling me up at the highest levels from Border Patrol and ICE, almost crying about that phony story. And they never saw anything. They have phony sources. They don't even have sources. They write whatever they want. The New York Times is a very dishonest newspaper. They write what they want. And what they do is a tremendous disservice to this country. They are truly the enemy of the people. I'll tell you that. They are the enemy of the people.
The United States is running concentration camps on our southern border. And that is exactly what they are. They are concentration camps.
We're here to say that an agency like ICE, which repeatedly and systematically violates human rights, does not deserve a dime.
That's right.
They do not deserve a dime. Until they can prove that they are honoring human rights, until they can make a good faith effort to expand and embrace immigrants, the immigrants in this nation that have always been a part and have always been a core element of American democracy. Until they can prove good faith to an American ideal, they do not deserve any resources for their radical agenda. We have to have respect for children, respect for families, respect for human rights, and respect for the right of human mobility. Because it is a right. It is a right. Because we are standing on native land, and Latino people are descendants of native people, and we cannot be told and criminalized simply for our identity or our status. Period. I will not commit $1, not $1, to an agency who died when they were trusted to take care of Jacqueline Cal. I will not give $1 to a secretary who does not care about her life and does not care to investigate a child's death. And I will not give $1 to black box detention facilities that think that some people in this country are deserving of constitutional protections and that others are not. We are a nation and a land of laws. Not just people, some people are subject to laws and others are not. We are a land of laws. And when we are a land of laws, what that means is that every person that steps foot on this soil deserves the consideration of due process.
Aliens who do not actually reside in the United States are still counted for congressional apportionment services. Of course, they do reside in the United States. They reside in my district. They're my constituents. But
First of all, I'm absolutely comfortable using that term because it is rooted in an academic definition. Oftentimes when people, when the term concentration camp is evoked, what people think of are extermination camps. They think of Auschwitz. And I think what we need to realize is that one of the biggest lessons that we learn from both Holocaust historians, civil rights academics and experts is that it takes a process, a slow, gradual process of increasingly dehumanizing steps. And once you have convinced an electorate or once you have convinced a community that a certain group of people are bad or less than, it justifies and it allows people to feel more comfortable with the dehumanization and the dehumanizing acts and the violation of their rights. So when you talk about, for example, why the Republican Party has not joined us in actively fighting the horrifying separation of children from their parents, and it clearly doesn't bother them enough to the point where they will actually join us in stopping that. I think that we really need to really take a look at why that is, and I think part of it is because of the dehumanizing rhetoric towards immigrant community.
America has rarely seen such success. America is winning, and President Trump is making America great again.